Welcome back to the Grow Your B2B SaaS Podcast. Today I'm joined by Glenn Miseroy, co-founder and CEO of Expandi, one of the fastest growing LinkedIn automation platforms, scaling from 0 to 10 million ARR in just 6 years. In this episode, Glenn breaks down how go-to-market motions will change in 2026, why companies must shift from lead lists to signal-based, intent-driven go-to-market, and how employee-led thought leadership will become a core growth channel. We discuss how AI will reshape go-to-market by improving ideation, personalization, and timing, and why companies need multiple people and not just founders building reach on LinkedIn. Glenn also shares how he would rebuild a go-to-market motion from scratch, why thought leadership creates compounding pipeline, and how to operationalize signals across channels and what founders must do at different stages. So going from 0 to 10K MRR with founder-led growth to scaling towards 10 million ARR with clarity on their ICP and storytelling. It's going to be a super tactical episode for SaaS founders who really want to scale smarter in 2026. So let's just dive right in. Welcome to the Grow Your B2B SaaS Podcast. Could you quickly introduce yourself? Who are you and what do you do?
My name is Glenn. I'm a co-founder of Expandi, currently in the role as a CEO. Expandi is a LinkedIn automation solution in the cloud. We exist over 6 years now. We are a team of 45 people and we were able to grow our company to 10 million ARR within 6 years.
Nice. So you know a thing or two about go-to-market. We're going to look at go-to-market strategies in 2026. You have product-led growth, sales-led. Will hybrid motions become more important? What is your vision for 2026?
That's a good question. A lot of people talk about, let's say, founder-led growth, which is something which is hot, I think, beginning of this year. What I do see changing in 2026, that is not only the founder, but also the people who actually within the company doing thought leadership, for instance, on LinkedIn, share their, let's say, expertise, share knowledge about the company, and that actually helps for new go-to-market motion.
Yeah. So really, I guess, help having the people within the organization to go more out and actually share things about their market. Yeah,
I think the people become more important, not only to express themselves on LinkedIn, but also it shares more for instance, different awareness phases of the problems that people are having. And I think that's one of the main things that right now a lot of companies are undervaluing, slowly making that transition. But I do think that's the future for 2026.
And it's funny that you mentioned it, people, because a lot of companies and people are looking at AI. How do you think AI will reshape, go-to-market? Will it then help the people to be more active or?
Yeah, definitely. Like people doing thought leadership on, for instance, LinkedIn. Let's take that as an example. AI can help you, let's say, ideate or brainstorm about what should be the thought leadership about, what different type of awareness stages. And as soon as, let's say, people start publishing content on LinkedIn or doing the thought leadership, AI can actually help you transform that into, let's say, the right signals, getting the right signals and using that in the pipelines to do, for instance, outreach.
Yeah, and when we talk about signals, is it then people opening up emails, going to the website, doing certain actions in the app? What do you mean with signals in this case?
Yeah, it's a very good question. What do I mean with signals? If you look, for instance, at you have different, let's say, distribution channels, right? Your website, your blog, LinkedIn could be one of the distribution channels, webinars, co-webinars, partner events, all those distribution channels. So basically, imagine you have all those signals, like from the website visitors, LinkedIn visitors. So you have a company page on LinkedIn, you have your personal page on LinkedIn. That are signals. So basically people who visit your profile pages, but people could also engage on a post, or they could, for instance, send you an inbound connection request or send you, let's say, they started following you.
It's almost like turning the signals into intent.
Exactly. Yeah, to get a certain level of intent from those signals and then use that in, let's say, outreach.
Yeah. And
so you reach out to them at the right time.
Yeah, that's it. Because I guess there's so many things people take action from, they follow you, engage with your content, go to the website, so you can kind of capture everything in, the full funnel and then figure out who should you actually reach out to at the right time with the right message.
Yeah, definitely. And with all the platforms limiting, let's say, the amount of outreach that you can actually do, the types of signals and how high is the intent actually, it becomes more and more important every day.
Yeah, because I think that's also a big challenge, right? Like you can automate a lot, you can use AI a lot, but then actually having like an efficient go-to market, like this is what you kind of mean, right? Like using the intent signals which are already out there to make sure you reach out to the right person at the right time.
Yeah, I believe it starts with, let's say, doing thought leadership first in order to create awareness. That will get you actually reach. With that reach, you actually have to define like what is important, and then you get actually to the intent signals, right? And from the intent signals, you create a full funnel motion where you can also do outreach or do multi-channel.
Let's take it one step back. So you guys are now, you grew from 0 to 10 million ARR pretty quickly. Like if you could rebuild your go-to-market motion from scratch in 2026, what would you do?
Literally, if I have to rebuild my go-to-market motion in 2026, I would kick off with defining a couple of people within the company who should be doing thought leadership, because they are the let's say, the entrance to the entire market in that sense. So I would define, let's say, a set of customer-facing roles who start doing thought leadership on LinkedIn on different awareness stages of the pain points that we actually solve, right? So, for instance, we help people catching the signals from people who engage on posts. If that's one of our pain points, we would actually be talking about what are, let's say, good posts or good topics to post on LinkedIn within your company. So if you basically start with thought leadership as a first phase, in order to create reach, you could boost a post on LinkedIn with paid ads, or you could actually with the team start engaging on each other to create a better reach in the beginning. If that really resonates with your target audience, the amount of, let's say, impressions you get, but also the amount of engagement you get will increase over time. But it's a long game. It would take at least 3 months to kick off. Right? That will be phase 1. Phase 2 would be to catch all those signals that we get from multiple people within the company. Because if you do only founder-led, only the founders start posting about their journey. But if you do it with a team of, let's say, 10 people, of course your reach will be bigger and the audience will be different, right? Different types of companies. As soon as you catch all those engagement and the intent, I would actually funnel that to sales teams to reach out at the right moment. Because I do think that a lot of companies right now are doing that wrong. And this is what I would do different in 2026. Lead lists don't work anymore, right? So instead of using lead lists, you have to catch the signals in order to build your lead lists.
Yeah, and when you talk about lead lists, like we all know TAM, total addressable market. Often what companies do is have like account-based marketing campaigns where they target certain accounts and then they could catch the intent. Like, is that the same as you refer to lead lists, or is that something else?
You mean account-based marketing, how that would be different, right?
Yeah, well, like a lead list for you, is that already, I guess, like just all the people who came in and filled out a form and became a lead, or is it more as in companies you target?
I think it goes deeper. It could be companies you target, account-based marketing in that sense. I wouldn't exclude it only, because I think also on the other side, like a company could show multiple intents, so multiple people within a company who could be your ideal client profile, which show multiple intent signals, right? So one person within that company could visit your profile, or that same person could visit someone else's profile within the company, or it could even engage on a different person in the company's post, right? And that shows a certain level of intent. So, but that's more on the inbound side. On the outbound side, I do think you could target companies and you could actually post and create awareness and start building relationships first, so connecting to people. And if you then would connect with multiple people within your company to people within their company, there's a higher chance that one of the awareness posts could actually trigger them to show a certain intent.
Yeah, so it's not going to be cold reach out anymore. It's going to be warm, even hot sometimes. If people listening are now thinking like, hey, we definitely want to start doing this, like it's almost a new growth channel, right? Like how should they treat this? Because you mentioned it takes 3 to 6 months to probably see some results. Like how can they start doing this without losing too much focus on actually growing the business as well?
Yeah, we noticed within our company it's really difficult to do, because the people who you actually want to be posting on LinkedIn, those are the ones that are actually in the trenches, right? So those are department leads who you actually want to post on LinkedIn. That's not our main focus. The focus is to actually run the department and make sure everything goes fine. So we try to enable them with providing some tools. I don't know if I can mention any tools, but...
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, all right. We use Scripe, which is, let's say, a content SaaS, which helps you with doing thought leadership on LinkedIn. So they would divide it in from top of funnel to bottom of funnel and the different types of topics you want to discuss. They can do online interviews with your people, with AI, to actually ideate across certain ideas. They would just do an AI interview and shape up multiple topics around that. As soon as that's ready, they can actually create a content calendar for you for 30 days. So in that sense, they only need to approve the post and it will be posted automatically. And that is like, I would say, a stick behind the door. On the other end, they still need to actually post that. So they need to either copy that or schedule it. But they need to press the button to post it. And that is actually a bottleneck still.
Yeah. Because are people then afraid to put themselves out there, or what is it?
I think for everyone, if you start posting, you think you want to do it perfect, right? At least we know we have an audience on LinkedIn. Our friends, our family, but also business colleagues are all on LinkedIn. So if you post something, you know that all of them are going to see it. So that's like the first, I would say, like some kind of a border or like a bump you need to go over. You simply shouldn't care because every first post is maybe, not the right post and you will get better over time. And you shouldn't care about all the people that read it, that know you personally. It's more about what is the message you're trying to bring. I think that is the most important because it doesn't matter if a lot of your audience, let's say, it matters if your audience likes it, right? If your audience can learn something from that and not if your family members are seeing that or...
Exactly. I think the audience and then your ICP should get it. Because for me, for example, a lot of my friends from soccer or my family have a lot of fun things to say about my post. I don't care because it's not my ICP. The ICP I have actually understands it.
Yeah, 100%. Often when I'm at birthday parties or meeting friends, literally the message is like, hey, I've read your story like now 15 times already. And simply I don't care because let's say my audience, my ICP is reading it and they start following me and start liking those posts because I can teach them valuable lessons over and over. And the family, it's not my audience.
Are you already running an affiliate or referral program, but it's not really driving growth? Reditus is the affiliate and referral platform built exclusively for B2B SaaS. Combining an in-app referral program, an affiliate network of over 20,000 SaaS affiliates, and AI-powered recruitment that finds new relevant affiliates for you. Migrate for free with our white glove service. Affiliates can keep their link, and you can start managing both programs from one single place. With tracking, payouts, and fraud detection all handled for you, you can start building a scalable growth channel that compounds without high upfront cost. Want to learn more? Check out getreditus.com. You talked a little bit about AI and automations, I guess, like to create the content. Like, how will it impact scaling when we look at AI? Will it start reducing headcount, or will it just change the type of people we're going to hire in 2026?
Yeah, that's a really difficult question. I do believe at the end it could reduce headcount. I think we're in some kind of a transition phase where we try to optimize all processes within the company and help the people to be actually more effective, right? That's what we're doing now. At the end, it could reduce headcount, but what do you rather have? I think you rather have company growth and then you still need people to manage certain things. So I rather keep headcounts, but enable them as much as I can to free up that time if we scale up.
Yeah. So using AI to leverage people or to make sure people enable them to do their work rather than replacing them.
Yeah, to do the work more efficiently, let's say.
If we look at 2026, what is one growth loop you think will going to really be powerful for SaaS companies?
Well, I have already some examples that are really powerful. One of the examples is, for instance, we started with founder-led growth, right? In that sense, we did thought leadership on LinkedIn, which got a certain level of engagement that could actually keep filling our, let's say, our sales team's pipelines, right? So we are ready to create that growth loop. The only thing is it becomes more important the type of message you send. And I do think AI is an important factor here to use not only, let's say, people that show a certain level of intent, but also that could learn more about them before you reach out to them. And I do think this growth loop already exists, but I think in 2026, the personalization is more key and the timing as well. I'm going to give you one example. Imagine you have a new head of sales who joined a company. people could filter that out on LinkedIn, right? And the moment they do that, they're going to reach out immediately to those people that just entered their job. In their first month, they're first getting used to the company, getting used to the processes. In the second month, they start like looking for different options, how to optimize certain things. And I think that's the right moment and not on day one when they switch their job, right?
No, congrats with the job. Do you want to buy our service?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm still getting used to the company, right? Yeah.
Nice. We're going to start wrapping things up. So we're going to have 2 questions regarding revenue stages. For a founder who's just starting out, going from 0 to 10K monthly recurring revenue, what kind of advice would you give him or her?
Try to do it as lean as possible. Try to get your, let's say, your amount of impressions. And I would say LinkedIn is a very good go-to-market channel. Not because we offer LinkedIn automation at scale, but more in general. LinkedIn is a very good go-to-market channel. I mean, your buyers are there. The only thing is you have to be a little bit vulnerable in how you set up yourself and actually showcase what you're doing, which problem you are solving. And it's a long game. It will take a little bit longer, but I do believe this is one of the best, let's say not expensive at all. You just need to invest your time. Same like if you're bootstrapping a company or, you know, like, are we talking, by the way, about bootstrapping companies? Or...
Could be anything.
Yeah, okay. Regardless, LinkedIn is a good channel. It's cheap. Thought leadership is actually free. The only thing is you need to invest your time, right? I think this is one of the best things to kick off with. And then properly try to catch all those intent signals and learn from them. And if you ask me like what kind of growth this is this product-led, sales-led? I think it's still founder-led, and from 0 to 10 you should be doing founder-led motion. Also, you have to dive into every call with your clients as well.
Then let's assume we now passed 10K MOR and you made that journey towards 10 million ARR. What kind of advice would you give other SaaS founders here? You can chop it up, you can do however you want.
If you scale up from 120K ARR to 10 million ARR, I think what's most important is to get a clear ICP. Your software doesn't work for everyone. So I think until you reach 120K ARR, you have to figure out which part of the total addressable market of your ICP is working best. In the beginning, you can pioneer. You need to sell because you need to see what actually, not sell, but more test. I think if you pass that certain stage, you need to scale up, right? So you need to make a decision. Your messaging should align. Everything should align to that, let's say, ICP that you defined. Everything should align to that. Yeah. And one of the most important things in both scenarios, so if you want to scale like from 0 to that stage or from that stage to 10 million ARR, is storytelling. People don't want to buy the resolution. You need to make them, you need to make them feel like they are the hero and you are helping them to get to that resolution instead of just selling that resolution. Simple example is, for instance, 10x your meetings. Yeah, that's a great end result. But what do you do for me to reach 10x my meetings, right? So you need to tell them, explain them. And storytelling, I think, becomes more and more important.
Because I think you actually have it on the website, right? 10x your meetings.
Yeah, that's wrong. We should adjust the messaging.
No, but it could be the end message, and then you take them on a journey. You tell a story on how to actually get there. So it
could be. I rather believe in, okay, you are this, so you're a salesperson, right? And you struggle with this, and this. We see that you struggle with that, and this is how we're gonna help you and transform to, let's say, the 10x meetings, right? Which part of the journey do we help you with, right? I believe more in that than just selling the end result 10x more meetings, because at the end everybody's interested. Everybody that sees that is interested in how, right? How are you going to do that? And if it resonates, people need to understand what is your starting point, right? Instead of just 10x your meetings. That's nice if somebody already has a sales team, everything in motion set up, and then we can 10x their meetings. But what say if you're just a starter, like your first question now, right? If you're a starter, what would be your advice? 10x more meetings when everything is not set up doesn't make any sense. It doesn't resonate, right?
Yeah, makes sense. If people want to get in contact with you, Glenn, how can they do so?
If people want to reach me, they can just book a meeting with me on Expandi website, or they can reach out to me on LinkedIn.
Nice, thanks. Thank you for watching this show of the Grow Your B2B SaaS podcast. You made it till the end, so I think we can assume you liked this content. If you did, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. If you like this content, Feel free to reach out if you want to sponsor the show, if you have a specific guest in mind, if you have a specific topic you want us to cover, reach out to me on LinkedIn. More than happy to take a look at it. If you want to know more about Reditus, feel free to reach out as well. But for now, have a great day and good luck growing your B2B SaaS.